I think most observers would agree that the game at Barnet was didn't tell the whole story, the scoreline, and on many occasions you would have come away with 3 points in that game.
I think more than most, probably, if they were actually there watching the game or saw the highlights, because when you look at the highlights and it's all condensed into a 5-minute spot, you can see actually how many opportunities that we had and how many opportunities they had, or how less chances they had than us, especially in the second half. So, but the ones that are not in the most, the ones, the other people will be looking at the result, of course, and saying, well, you still got beat 1-0. But that's the league we're in. We're bottom of that at the moment, and we've got to make sure we keep going. That's for sure. Keep believing in our good game. We don't want to believe in our bad games, but and keep picking up the points where we can. And every game becomes important, of course, and more important every time you don't pick up the maximum number of points.
It's always disappointing to concede an early goal, but your team seemed to respond in the correct manner. And no one can criticise the heart and the desire of the team, because they've shown that so many times. And that's going to be very important, including another big game on Saturday.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the big thing we've got to do, and I've been saying it for a couple of weeks, is not to let that early goal in, because that allows the opposition to pass the ball around. Their fans are not going to get upset because they're a goal up already. They can afford to wait their opportunities. They can waste a bit of time. And I mean, one of the big things about the Barnet game for me was, I'm not moaning about referee. Yes, I am a little bit, I suppose. Is we had 3 very, very good shouts of penalties, and when you see the World Cup, and the decisions and the amount of time they're adding on for wasted time. I mean, our game this week was 48 minutes of play, 51 minutes of where they call it dead ball. That's a long time, and so if you go a goal down, you haven't got what people think 90 minutes. Or, we would go down in 10 minutes, so it's not as though you've got another 80 minutes to get the game back. So you have to take your opportunities quickly if you go a goal down, but if you go a goal up, then it's a different ball game. Knowing that it's not 90 minutes, it's probably at the most going to be 60, and at the least, like we had, 40 odd.
And that's going to happen more and more when your team is being as relentless as they were on Saturday. Is that something that you're going to have to guard your players against Gateshead on Saturday?
Yeah, because again, if you're a goal down and it gets later on and you're still a goal down, then you have to take chances, and you have to throw a few men forward more. You have to get it in there, play the percentages a little bit, and we do that quite well. But it does leave you open, and I think Barnet's only chance in that second half was late on, where the fella sort of scuffed it wide of the post. So we have to be careful of that. So the important thing about this week and every week is that we did have a spell of score in the first goal, but we got to get that. The opening goal is always important.
Do you feel that you are actually seeing a bit more consistency in the performances? Maybe not so much in the terms of results at this moment in time, but do you feel like you're seeing more consistency in terms of good performances from yourself? Yeah,
we tend to have a couple of really good performances, like we had against Derby, against Aldershot, against Dorking, and then we get a Chesterfield game where we have opportunities and don't take them, and then they go up the other end and they do take them. So, but we are definitely, generally, certainly in the Barnet game, we looked quite a strong unit, and that's what you need to see, and then you need to take your opportunities. So I agree with you. Yes, certainly Barnet showed that we're not far away from where we want to be, other than picking up the 3 points, because we did that to a team that's in the playoff or just outside the playoff positions.
And on the road, you've been well supported by the Yellow Army in recent weeks, so it'd be fantastic to see if you can see that they're still with you, Gaffer. That it'd be nice to reward them at home on Saturday as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, that's another thing we've been saying for a few weeks. That's what we want to do for the home fans, and we appreciate the ones that come to the home games. We appreciate the ones that go to the away games. Yeah, and if they are going to all the games, I think they'll see there's a decent team in us. You know, when our little bit of luck changes, and we get that next win, then we'll see that everybody that has stuck with us deserve that result as much as the players do. But we've still got a lot of confidence in ourselves. We train hard, we work hard, and we'll keep doing that. And when it changes, we can all say, you know, we've all given it a right go. Well done. Not that, you know, it's very difficult to get into any playoff places, but our aim now is we got to make sure that we get out of that group at the bottom first, and then see what happens. But by Christmas, it'd be nice to be out of trouble and fighting for with the next group up.